Good morning, passengers, and welcome to Dave's Awesome Airport, where we throw your bags into a hole in the ground, and if you're very lucky, they end up at your destination. Thank you for choosing Dave's Awesome Airport. Good morning, everyone. Dave from the wee hours here, back with some more SimAirport, and today's the day we are doing underground baggage. This is it. It's going to happen. I'm sweaty and nervous, but I think I am ready. I've got a bunch of money saved up. I spent a lot of time looking at how to do this. I've test-driven it on my own little private play. We are ready to do underground baggage. It's going to happen now. We're going to focus on these two gates right here, our two most active gates, and we're going to try to get some underground baggage set up for those two. This gate over here doesn't have a lot of flights, so I'm not super worried about that. And this gate over here doesn't even work. Hopefully we'll come back to that later in the episode because somebody in the comments spotted what is likely wrong with that, so I wanted to give that a test drive. But no, today it's all over here. It is all creating the underground baggage for this area. We're going to start with some very light demolition. I'm going to break down both of these hangars over here and move them to a slightly different spot. I don't need to. I just like to kind of tidy that area up a little bit. Now, putting this baggage idea together took me about 2 hours of test driving it on my own little private playthrough and 2 different YouTube tutorial videos, but I think I've got what I need. And I'm going to start with the outside stuff, the things I need above ground, and then we're going to move underground. Everything I need is in utilities. That's my big tab here. We need to get the bags to the plane, and this is the first part I'm going to try and conquer. These bags need to go over to the plane. We need a bunch of things for that. We need a conveyor down transition. So that is going to take the bags from here and put them underground. Okay, it's an awkward spot right next to the male restroom and the visitor's reception, but I'm gonna have to make it work. I didn't really plan this in advance very well, so we're gonna have to make do with what we've got. Then we need a conveyor. Thankfully, these can just run right behind the ticketing desk, right into the down conveyor belt. The other thing I'm going to need outside, the key ingredient, is the baggage depot, or depot, depending on how you choose to pronounce that. That has to live outside. It has to live next to a taxiway or a runway, and I would ideally, looking at the tutorial video that I watched, and I'm going to leave a link to that down below if you want to check it out for yourself. It's a pretty darn good tutorial on how to do this in a very basic way. I'm going to put this horizontally for reasons that will hopefully become evident later. And then the last thing I'm going to need is obviously the baggage carousel. So I need from below, baggage carousel from below, because that's where it's going to come. It's going to come from below. And let's put these guys sort of like this, opposite each other, because it's all about how the conveyors are going to go underground. Okay, so 2 baggage carousels up here. We've got our conveyor going down up by the ticket desk, and we've got the baggage depot, or depot, depending on how you choose to pronounce it, getting ready to go over here. That's my above ground stuff. When they put all of that together, we're going downstairs. Now here's something that I don't need to do. I'm going to build foundation connecting all of these. No reason to do that, okay? No reason. If I build the conveyor belts underground, they will build their own foundation. Honestly, all I'm trying to do is make my life a little bit easier, because it's going to be easier for me to work in a big space like this rather than having to map out all the conveyor belts with their own individual foundation. But again, absolutely no reason to do what I'm doing right now. Just going with how my brain works and trying to keep it simple. All right, almost everything is ready. They're finishing off the last baggage carousel down there. I've put the small hangar back up with the apron bus, and I'm decided to go with a medium hangar instead of the other small hangar for my baggage handling cart things, just because I feel I could get an extra one in there. No specific reason to do that. I just kind of felt like it. If you could just finish off that very last carousel. Oh, P.S. guys, how are we doing downstairs? Okay, we've got a ways to go down there. Tell you what, you guys catch up with me when you're done. You know what? That is going to take them ages to do down there. So why don't we just nip over to the bunk terminal over here that didn't seem to be working. Now, I never noticed this. I thought it was just a lighting effect, but somebody in the comments spotted this. all of these escalators are effectively turned off. You can only use these escalators going from the top floor down to the bottom. So they're all green up here. But downstairs, they're all red. It's like the security gate we've got for our little exit to baggage claim. They just don't work. People won't use them. So what the commenter said is change the direction of a couple of these. Now people can go up the escalator and then come down the other side. I don't care which way they go, just so long as 2 are going one way and 2 are going another. And if we go upstairs, yeah, there we go. 2 green, 2 red. So I would presume they're going to come up the green ones and then go down the red ones, or vice versa. Again, I largely don't care so long as they work. But let's see if they do. Like, they're going to take ages to do that foundation. I may as well test drive this. I'm going to get my basics set up here. Okay, so what I've got now is the gate agent desks are back up. They are assigned to this gate and this queue. What is your problem? How many people do you think I need? 1 more? Yeah, okay, that sounds about right. Okay, let's see if this will work this time, because everything else I deconstructed. So I took down all the security nonsense that we had going on here. It was all very, very silly. Who do you think I need now? What do you think is going on? Oh, did I not actually hire you? Sorry, a little bit of a tease there. Now, let's see if I can get 1 plane to land here. All right, Juno Connect. I'm going to take your B767 here, and we're going to put that down here in gate D1. Let's see if this actually works. Just 1 plane. I don't have any exclamation marks, so far so good. How are we doing with my foundation, kids? Yeah, they're getting there. Let me get the other critical piece of baggage going on here. I've got all my outside stuff. Now I need to put the inside stuff, the ever critical baggage hub. This is where all of the party is. I need a little bit more foundation, or they need to finish that construction. I'm going to bump that up a little bit. We'll come back when they're done. They're starting to wrap up there, so let's start to get some things assigned. So you need to be assigned to this gate, and you need to be assigned to this gate. All right, A1 and C1. And then I kind of vaguely forget, do I have to assign you to something? No, you're a passenger. Assigned to, no, I don't need to assign you to that. Okay, good enough. Couple of passengers fell down the hole. So that's happened. I think they legit fell down the hole. I don't know any other way that they got down here. It's very, very funny. But they very much need to go away because I'm trying to do baggage over here. I'll probably have to fuss with that later, but I'm just far more hyper concerned with getting this done. How did you get down here? All right, I'm basically going to ignore them and keep going with baggage. I'll figure you guys out later. All right, the very critical baggage hub. This first one is going to live here. That's a start. The second one going to live over here, right on top of that guy. You guys build that, and then we're almost on our way to starting to vaguely move some bags around. Again, just to be clear, did not need to build all of this foundation. The conveyor belts will build their own foundation. Would you guys like a staircase or something to get out of here? What is directly above us? Security. You get a staircase right there. Hang on, guys. I'll try and get you out of there. Hang on. Well, that seems to have done the trick. They've left. So I'm going to dismantle that, and then hopefully that won't happen again. It might. Who knows? Who cares? Let's do some conveyor belts. So the big stumbling block that I had, the little speed bump in my tiny little head, was 2 words: consumer and producer. And I just couldn't figure out what I was supposed to be doing with either of them, because all of these little things on the baggage hub, they are either consumers or producers. So here's the easy, stupid, moron way that I remember it in my head. Consumer, bag in, producer, bag out. So this first one has to be a consumer. The bags are going to come in, and they're going in to the baggage hub. So bags in, consumer. I am going to make this hub down here. It's easier to just right-click on the actual thing rather than trying to do it individually, because I have no idea which port is port. So this needs to be a consumer. Let's run a conveyor belt over to this. This is how we begin. This guy up here, consumer. Bags going in. So the bags are going to go in there up to the ground floor, and then the people will take them to the plane. So this guy over here needs to be a producer. Bags going out of the baggage hub and then in to the end point. All right, let's get you to go like this. It won't be the most efficient conveyor belt in the world, but it's going to work. And while they're working on that, let's do the hub to hub, because these two hubs got to get connected. So I need to run the bags that are coming from the planes, because there's going to be two different gates and a bunch of different planes. They need to come from the planes through the hub. They need to get pushed down to this hub down here so they can get separated and go to the appropriate bag carousel. So we need to run a hub to hub conveyor belt. This apparently has to be two-way. Why does it have to be two-way? Haven't the slightest idea, but that's the way it's got to be, so just do it. All right, this guy all set up. In fact, this should basically work as is in terms of getting the bags to the planes. It says it requires a connection to a baggage hub. It's because the circuit's not complete, but this should work exactly as it is right now. So they will get the bags at the ticketing desks. They're going to go down the little conveyor belt, and they're going to go up and get deposited on their planes. The little guys are going to come out. Oh, P.S. I never actually assigned any vehicles to this. So let's do a baggage car. Let's do a couple of them. It's going to be pretty busy around here. Okay, here we go. Here's the test right here. You come up. You drop your bag. Where is your bag going to go down? Oh, maybe they haven't finished the conveyor belt. That's entirely possible. But I'd love to see some bags moving here. Yes! Okay, there goes a bag. It technically went across the floor, but there goes a bag. All right, and then if we go downstairs, we should see, yes, bags are moving. They go through there, they come out here, and then they go up, and the guys pick them up in their little golf carts, and they move them to a plane. Holy McMoly, step 1 complete. All right, now we got to do step 2. So this part here, let's get back to utilities. All right. We need to go conveyor. This is now a producer. So bags are going to come off the plane and they're going to go out. Bags out. But this guy right here needs to be a consumer, which indeed he does. So conveyor. Down to here. Again, not the most efficient conveyor belts in the world, but if my channel were known for efficiency, you guys wouldn't be hanging out with me. All right. Now what? See, from here, I don't need this one right now. This should go from here through here to the bag hub thing, and then over on the bag-to-bag conveyor over to here. So this guy here, producer, great. This guy here, producer, consumer, all set exactly the way I want. All we should have to do now is just run the conveyor belts. You know what? While they're doing that, and hopefully it's all going to work out, I'm going to obviously redo my flooring. I think it should look prettier over in baggage claim now, because it hopefully, maybe, possibly is going to work. I don't know. It worked in my little test drive, but I did it on a much smaller scale. The little test drive I do on my own time didn't have nearly as big an airport. Not that this is a huge airport, but I've got it down to brass tacks, bare basics, bare bones, whatever you want to call it. That's where I've got it. P.S. What is it, 4 o'clock in the morning? Okay. My test flight over here is coming in at what? 7:20. All right, we got plenty of time to wait on that guy. Good morning, passengers, and welcome to Dave's Awesome Airport, where we throw your bags into a hole in the ground, and if you're very lucky, they end up at your destination. Thank you for choosing Dave's Awesome Airport. Okay, everything is down here. Everything should be working down here. Let me just check. This is a consumer. That is correct. This is the hub to hub, and then we've got consumers. That's bags in, and producers, bags out. Okay, you are producing and you are consuming. All I got to do now is wait for a flight to come in and see if the little bags go on the little whirly oval here. Okay, this is it. Here's the big test right here. WestJet flight whatever is pulling in, and there's the guy. There's the guy in the little baggage cart. He's getting ready to unload the bags from the plane. This is the moment. This is the moment that I spent 2 hours of my life and 2 different YouTube tutorials to figure out. Hopefully, at the end of this, there's gonna be some bags coming out here. Well, the passengers are eager, that's for sure. They are waiting for those bags to come out, looking expectantly at the little whirly ovals and kind of hoping for the best. How are we doing over here? Oh, you haven't even got the bags yet. Okay, yeah, you're loading them up now. I can see your little green line going into your little golf cart thing there, your little truck. And then, okay, here we go. Here we go. You're grabbing the bags, which is good. You're going to deposit them. That part I had covered. This is the part that I'm concerned about, because you got to split up the bags in that extra bag hub. Okay, you're putting them in there. I got to go downstairs. Hang on. I got to go downstairs here. All right. What do we got? They should be coming out here, into here, down here, and then they get sorted. All right. Give me something. Okay. Okay, they're moving. They're moving. They're coming along. They're going into the bag hub. Please go to the right place. Yes, you kind of did. You didn't go through the hub, but I don't care. You're moving in the right direction. Oh, it might happen. We might actually have something put together here. 2 hours, 2 different tutorial videos. Very tiny brain, but I think we got something working out. Ha! Yes! They've come up on the little whirly oval thing. People can get their bags in a normal manner that you would see in a modern airport and a real baggage carousel. I've done it! I've done it! Actually, I didn't do anything. I just followed some tutorials, but it took me a while to figure it out. I know literally everyone else in the world could have figured this out 5 minutes, but not me. My brain doesn't work like this, but I've done it. We have a baggage carousel that works. And in theory, the next test of this is when we get multiple planes in, they should be going to different baggage carousels depending on, what plane you came in on. But it's functioning. It works. Now, as usual in any airport, somebody's walked away without their luggage. Do we have a lost luggage department in SimAirport? That would be fun. You know what? While I'm here, I'm going to give these people something to spend their money on. Give me anything. Retail. Give me, just some basic vending machines. Let's make sure while they're waiting at the carousel, they have something to drop a few bucks into. No, I want you to be like that, please. Okay, there we go. A couple of those there. And why don't we pretty it up a little bit? Maybe a nice decorative bush. Yeah, right over there. Why not? Oh, looking good. The other carousel getting used now because the other plane came into a different gate. So now that one's coming in. This guy should probably go to the first baggage carousel. Oh, I think it actually all works. Now, of course, the other gates, they're going to rely on the guys in the golf carts to get the bags back and forth. That's still going to be manual, but I can work at it now. Now that I've got the basics down, I can start to figure out how we could do carousels over here for these 2 gates. That'll speed up people getting out of this place and getting into it, for that matter. Might be, I really didn't plan for this. I'm going to have to shuffle a lot of stuff around, but it is doable. I can make it happen. Drop another section of foundation down here. Extend baggage claim. That way I'll have room for a couple of the carousels. And yeah, I can basically kind of think about making that happen. I see people are up here. They have moved up here. I mean, they're waiting for other flights because this flight is not due in until tonight, but they're at least up here. They can get up and down without any sort of problem. They can actually use the escalator. So thank you again to that commenter that spotted that. Again, I looked at this red and green and I just thought it was some kind of weird lighting effect. I didn't realize it was a stop-go kind of thing. Thank you to that commenter for spotting that. I probably would have been still here pulling what little remains of my hair out. So when I did this in my own time, again, my own little private playthrough where I test drive a lot of mechanics in SimAirport before I go and record, I'm going to tell you, after I finish this, I sat and watched the baggage carousels for about 15 minutes. I was so excited, I even called over Mrs. Dave to watch the baggage carousels for a little bit. And she sort of patted my head and said, "That's nice, dear, but they work. They finally work." Good morning, passengers, and welcome to Dave's Awesome Airport. Please be advised your bags are no longer randomly dumped on the floor by burly workmen. Now they go around in a high-tech whooshy thing. You're welcome. Thank you for choosing Dave's Awesome Airport. Oh, this is even better. This is exactly what I wanted to see. 2 different planes come in, and the bags go to the 2 different carousels depending on what plane you are on, so they are getting sorted. Drop-offs, or rather pickups. Now that I'm just happen to be standing right next to it, I need to expand that. That is getting very, very crowded in there. I can do multiple pickup zones. Maybe I'll just do a different one over here. I wouldn't mind moving all of our storage and deliveries to somewhere slightly more pretty, more than anything, and maybe do a much larger pickup zone. But, most important, let's not forget the point of this entire episode. Baggage works! Next task, I want to speed it through to tonight. I'm just going to blaze this right through to this evening because we got to figure out if this second gate now actually technically works. There is a flight scheduled at 7:20 tonight. I'm just going to rip right through this day, and hopefully everything up there is going to work. I was kind of looking around and checking things out in the little fishbowl that is SimAirport. I feel the extra large remote bag scanners aren't really where or what I want them to be, because what they're doing is what they used to do over in the first security zone before I was politely corrected on how these things work. It's they're going through the bag scanners, then they've got to go all the way back down here to put their bags through and then go through to the secure area. I actually almost feel that just the regular bag scanners next to the body scanner is slightly quicker. They move through it a little bit quicker. I'm going to leave it as is for now, until I expand this baggage pickup down here, which we will eventually do, now that I can figure out how baggage works. So I'm going to do another couple of carousels down here that will handle these two gates. First step, find out if this gate works. If it does, fantastic. I can flesh out all of this area and all of the upstairs, bathrooms, stores, info stuff, probably a PA system or two, and then do another baggage pickup area, carousel, and conveyor network under here. I wonder, I'm kind of thinking about this now, because this little exit corridor that I put over here that didn't initially work, works great. Everybody funnels themselves right through that to get to baggage claim. It's worked well for a while. I haven't really planned that over here, and I've kind of done everything backwards, so I don't really know if I could get a corridor in here without dismantling most of this side of the terminal. But what I could do is an upstairs thing. So maybe from up here, there could be a little secure corridor. Same thing we did over there with the little security gate, so you can go in but not out kind of thing. So we could put some of those up here, a little corridor, and then there could be a staircase going right down here. I'm already thinking about reworking the security area anyway. You could come right out, right into baggage claim, and then you're much, much closer to the exit door. You can just get right on your way. That is a slightly longer term plan, but I like the sound of that. Get off your gate or get off your plane upstairs, walk right downstairs into baggage claim, and you're good to go. Okay, it's getting pretty close to the time when this plane is supposed to come in, and I do see a bunch of people moving upstairs like they're getting ready to get on their plane. Or they might just be chilling out and having a seat. That's fine too. That's okay. Are you going to ticketing? You are going to ticketing. Okay. Or are you just hanging out? I think you're just hanging out. You know what? While I'm here, let me give you something to look at. Hang on. Give me a window, please. May as well give you something pretty there. Have a little window there. Okay. Plane coming in. Plane coming in. It's a big, nice purple plane. I like that. Plane coming in. Now what? There's your little tube. You get on the airplane tube, and you go through the tube into the terminal, which is a perfectly good working door game. Stop telling me about the doors. Okay. Tube assigned to plane. Are people going to come out of the plane? Yes. Yes, they are. Now, the real critical part, are people going to go into the plane? I mean, the pilot's here. Sam 7 is here. He's my favorite pilot. And pilot Koss. Koss and Sam 7. You're getting in the tube. This is very promising. I'm glad we've got a pilot for Juno Connect. You guys look like you're going to the gate. You're going through the queue there. Didn't really need to. There was nobody else there. You could have just skipped the line, but you're probably British. Okay, windows going in. I'm less excited about the windows. I'm more excited to see if this plane will leave. Now, obviously, the baggage is going to be a pain in the neck because the guy's got to drive the golf cart up an escalator, which sounds really cool, but is way more stressful. Yeah, look at him. Oh, trying to get down an escalator in a golf cart. Sounds great. Good idea for a scene in an action movie, not so much for a functioning airport. But bags have been... Okay, bags have been unloaded, but not loaded. Yeah, because he's got to get the golf cart up the escalator now, and that's worse. Okay, people are getting in the tube. We just need 2 more people in the tube. You look like one of them right there, sir. Yep, get your ticket. Get in there. We just need... Okay, what are you doing with your golf cart? Could you have brought some bags with you? Yeah, good luck getting down the escalator there. Okay, looking promising. My man here got the golf cart up the escalator. No mean feat. He's going up to the tube. You're going to put some bags on it, right, Sparky? because everything else is bright green in my eyes. Did you do that? What did you do? Were you just saying hi to Koss the pilot? He is a really cool guy, you're not wrong. Wait, I just had a thought about these gate desks. How am I going to get the bags from upstairs underground? I just realized that. I suppose I could do a conveyor belt down to the first floor and then another one going down underground. Inefficient? Perhaps. Maybe I should just do the gate desks down here. That would probably be the smartest way of doing it. Not that I'm known for doing things the smart way. Is this plane going to go anywhere in the near future? Yeah, baggage. Baggage is a big speed bump on this gate. Okay, he's back. Jack's back. He's got a golf cart. Hopefully, he's got some bags this time. Because we're running out of time here, okay? We have less than an hour to get this flight out. Are you doing bags? Please say you're doing bags. Why do you... Yes, thank you. Okay, get Juno Connect out of here, please. Fly this plane, and then I know that this gate works. Oh, perfect. Loving it, loving it. Off you go, Juno Connect. Yeah, a little bit of a false turn there. Weren't quite sure what direction your destination was in, but I got it. That gate works. I got it. Really, it was the commenter who figured out the escalator thing. After that, it was just a regular old gate, but I just did not spot that little red and green lighting effect or thought that meant anything at all. I thought it was just, a light. Okay, where am I at? Let's review. Most important takeaway, baggage works. Was it a complete pain in the neck to try and figure it out? For me, yes it was. Yes, it was. But again, I will leave a link to the tutorial that I used down below. It's very, very specific and very clear. It is a tad lengthy, so you're going to have to sit through it to get all the information that you need. But it is very well done. It does very clearly explain how to do baggage on an admittedly small scale. It's not a tutorial for a large airport baggage system. It's mostly just the basics like I've done here. Again, just reiterating, did not need to build any of this foundation at all. It just made my life a little bit easier when I was doing all of the conveyor belts, and I've got the money anyway. We all know money is not the issue in SimAirport. Function is the issue. Money is not my issue. I can walk away right now, maybe go do a quick workout, and come back to $500,000. There's no problem with money. It's about function. What are we doing here on this series? It's got to look good, and it's got to work. Those are my only requirements. It doesn't have to be efficient or be ridiculously high profit. It's just got to work, and it's got to look the way I want it to look. I like your little green lines. That means you're putting bags on the plane that came from my underground conveyor belt that took me 2 hours and 2 YouTube tutorials to figure out. And this gate over here now works. So next step over there is start beefing up that schedule. Well, I say that. Here's my plan for the next one. I'm going to flesh out all of this. Upstairs and downstairs, we're going to flesh out all of this area. I might even build some more foundation over here just to kind of get some more stores and shops in there. Maybe another cafe. That might be a nice idea. A nice cafe right over here would be very, very good. So flesh out all of this area. I'm going to think about doing underground baggage for these two gates, but I'm not 100% on it. I may back burner that for an episode or two. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how crazy it gets down here. And if they're really struggling to get the bags over to this gate, I could definitely see that being a bit of a speed bump. So I may bump up that plan. We'll see how it goes. And then, well, I don't know. Flesh out this bit, flesh out this schedule so we have more planes coming in. And then, as always, kind of figure it out from there. But guys, that will probably do it on SimAirport for today. We will pick up some more of this again next time. Do please keep the comments coming in. Let me know what you're thinking of Dave's awesome airport here. And hey, if you enjoyed the video, do please leave a like down below. It does cheer me up no end when people do that. And if you're new to the channel, maybe just checking it out for the first time, feel free to hit that subscribe button. See more of this ridiculous nonsense. Until then, I'm Dave. Thank you, as always, for joining me in the wee hours, and we'll see you next time. Oh, they're stealing Jurgen! They're stealing Jurgen again! Once again, Jurgen is the Aquaman of our colony! Wait, can I take off my mohawk? Hang on. I can take off my mohawk. I'm wearing a wig. Oh, I got an achievement for decorating. It's about time, video game world.
I have a cylinder. I vote Dave. broke Dave.
Talk amongst yourselves, I'll be back. I just dropped my controller.
Oh my goodness.